YouTube, Quinn Wade, coming to y'all with that instant analysis on the New York Knicks losing to the Atlanta Hawks. The Hawks improved to 4-5. The Knicks fall to 3-4. The Knicks got off to a bad start in the fourth quarter where Atlanta was able to outscore them 26-22. They still made it 39-39 in the second quarter. Knicks made some moves and made some adjustments in the third quarter. It was 28-24, but the Hawks was able to have a better fourth quarter and they was able to get some easy shots to go and overall was able to close out the game with the win because of a 32-27 fourth quarter. The Knicks, they have been one of the most disappointing teams. We had seen so many people in the popular media, especially with the biggest stations on earth when it comes to media, talking about the Knicks and saying how good they are and what they have done and what they put together and how good this team was going to be. And it made sense on paper, and you see how these guys played before they even got to this team. That this team was going to be one of the toughest teams to beat, one of the best teams in the NBA, regardless of conferences, and they haven't really proved or shown that. And it's sad to see it because this team was a team that was bringing back the brand and style that New York was famous for, which is scrap, claw, play hard, hustle hard, and score. And they have all those things in a modern game. It just this team hasn't been able to figure out. Their defensive schemes hasn't been well done. They haven't played great offensively sometimes either because teams been playing better than they are, and they sometimes don't know how to score or where to go for points. And that has been one of their biggest struggles too. If Jalen Brunson isn't creating or doing the majority of the work, especially offensively. So Mikal Bridges, he did have double figures with 10 points, negative 15 and plus minus, two personal fouls, two turnovers. He had one steal, five assists, two rebounds, 2 of 7 from three, 4 of 10 from the field. OG Anunoby had his 15 points, negative one and plus minus, one personal foul, one steal, three assists, six rebounds. One was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He also was 3 of 8 from three and 5 of 13 from the field. And then you look at Karl Anthony Towns, just was a monster like he has shown throughout this season, playing for the Knicks, that he is that fit in the guy that they thought he would be for the most part. And he's been on track to be that. And he has looked exactly like we have thought. And he has fit the way that we thought that he would. It's just the defense isn't there. So 34 points for him, negative 12 and plus minus. He stayed out of foul trouble to this game where he only had two. He did have three turnovers and three blocks, one steal, one assist, 16 rebounds, so 30 and 10. Five of those was offensive. He had made all his free throws, 7 of 7. He was 5 of 9 from three, 11 of 23 from the field. And then you look at Jalen Brunson, 21 points, negative 5 and plus minus, three personal foul, three turnovers, four assists, three rebounds, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He was 4 of 11 from three, 8 of 18 from the field. He's so tiny and so small, but he just knows how to get to his spots and how to knock down shots. But he didn't really set up his teammates too much, or they didn't really give him the chance to do it because they stayed at home on the shooters. This is a team that you can just guard them and play man to man because the only thing you're really scared of is the pick and roll between Brunson and Carl. If you're not switching that or you're not crazy enough to do a zone because of that, then you can guard this team because most guys aren't going to really hurt you off the dribble besides Towns or Brunson. So they're easier to guard because of that way and how they was built as a team roster wise. Josh Hart, 14 points, negative 14 and plus minus. He fell out, but he did have three turnovers, one block, one steal. He had 8 assists and 8 rebounds. One was offensive, 2 of 4 from the 3 point line. He was 6 of 9 from the field. You definitely needed him to play the minutes that he played because he's definitely been playing better and has shown that he is worthy of starting. And he has been a guy that can get you double figures and has been able to shoot decent from three and do other things too on the ball. That's I picked Josh Hart to be Hustle Player of the Year because this guy puts a lot of effort and energy. He's always active and trying to make a difference on the court, and I felt like that's the guy that they did need to keep, even though he has been showing that this season, and I don't regret that pick based off how he has played. Sims, 0-2 from the free throw line. He didn't attempt any shots other than that. Two rebounds, one steal, +7 and plus minus, 0 points. Miles McBride had an off game. Now he bounced back 5 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from three, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, four rebounds, 7 assists, one block, three turnovers, three personal foul, +13 and plus minus 16 points. He was the only player on the bench that scored double figures, and he had the best impact on the game. Kolek, 2 of 2 from the field, 2 of 2 from three, one assist, one turnover, one personal foul, plus two and plus minus 6 points. The rest of the guys did not play. It was the coach's decision. 41 of 84, 48% from the field. They shot 22 of 47, 46% from three, 12 of 15 from the field, well, 12 of 15 from the free throw line, 80% from there. 41 rebounds, 29 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks, 15 turnovers, and 18 personal fouls. And then you look at the Atlanta Hawks, Zachary Ricochet. I voted for him to be my rookie of the year. I'm putting that in early, but he has played bad for the most part, but he also started today, and they showed this is his strength. Playing well off other players is what he was good at and why he went number one. He has good athleticism. He can get out on a break. He can relocate to get dunks and cuts, and he can hit spot up threes given enough room. And that's why he needed to be in the starting lineup because he plays well off others. He had 33 points, plus 14 and plus minus, one personal foul, two blocks, three steals, three assists, seven rebounds. One of those offensive, 5 of 9 from the free throw line. He was 6 of 10 from three, and a lot of them was practice shots because they was that wide open. Just because he just knew how to get to the spots when people wasn't paying attention to him, and he took full advantage of that tonight. He also was 11 of 18 from the field because he got dunk attempts and other attempts at the basket, and he was able to convert for the majority of the game. Johnson did great handling the ball, got 7 assists, 2 turnovers, one block, one personal foul. He also had a plus 26 and plus minus 23 points and 15 rebounds, four of those offensive, so 20 and 10 for him. He also was 3 of 6 from the 3 point line and 10 of 18 from the field. He just overall has just been a good draft pick for them. He just does everything they need him to do, and he's that secondary ball handler if they do need it. And that's why I have always had love for Jalen Johnson game of basketball in high school and college. Yeah, he got a little mental thing with his ego and how he should play and how his game is. But he's shown that he is an NBA player. He's worthy of being an NBA starter, and he's a decent decision maker. He knows where to be at on the court to even get rebounds or just to make the right play when he's in that spot. Even the fact that he's not a terrible defender like people thought that he may have been in the future of his career, and it hasn't really been terrible so far in his career right now. Capella, 18 points, three personal fouls, one turnover, one assist, six rebounds, four was offensive, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 8 of 8 from the field because he got a bunch of high percentage dunks, and he was able to convert all of them tonight. Trae Young was 7 of 21 and 3 of 9 from three, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, but he has 10 assists, and he also had 6 rebounds. Two of them was offensive. He had two steals, two turnovers, two personal fouls, plus six and plus minus, and he had 23 points, so 20 and 10 for Trae Young. So him and Jalen Johnson continue to show that they can hold the ball and share the ball and move with the ball and still not conflict with each other, which was something that was interesting to see when they first got him. Now it's something that is in the past. Daniels, 6 points, three personal fouls, two turnovers, one block, four steals, two assists, five rebounds. One was offensive. All four from the 3 point line, 3 of 6 from the field. Okongwu, 2 points, plus five and plus minus, two personal fouls, five rebounds, one steal, two rebounds out of that was offensive. All one from three, 1 of 6 from the field, no free throws. And Roddy, all one from the field, all one from three, two rebounds, one of was offensive, one assist, plus 18 and plus minus 0 points. And Garrison Matthews, 2 of 5 from the field, 2 of 4 from three. He did get three free throws, made all of them. Three assists. I mean, three rebounds. One of them was offensive, two assists, one steal, one personal foul, -7 plus minus 9 points. And Wallace was 3 of 7 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3 point line, one steal, one turnover, one personal foul, -1 and plus minus 7 points. The rest of the guys either was ruled out before the game or they didn't play because of the coach's decision. 45 of 100. That's 45% from the field. They shot 15 of 38. That's 39% from the 3 point line. 16 of 22. That's 72% from the free throw line. You would say, how did they win this game when the Knicks was able to shoot the ball better from the field? Well, one, they out rebounded them and they had more passes and they had way more steals that resulted in turnovers. And the Hawks ultimately took care of the ball better than the Knicks did, and that was able to get them in transition and get easy opportunities. And like I said, Zachary Ricochet is a good outlet pass guy to hit, and he can convert those quick because he's so nimble to know when the ball is going up or down, or how to get out before the defense is even around them, to be able to convert it to easy offense. And they also had 4 blocks, 8 turnovers, and 14 personal fouls. So I like that the Hawks are starting to figure things out. They starting to trust other guys. They starting to give other guys burn. They switching things up. Trying to see what's the best lineup, what's the best guys to have on the court. And I feel like this was just a game that really put Ricochet back in that Rookie of the Year conversation, because 33 points is the high for rookies in the regular season, not counting summer league or preseason. And he's showing you that this is his best style of play: up and down, running, diving, dodging, and relocating. That's his game. And he can really fit with his Atlanta team like we thought that he could, because this is what they need. And I know he's not a guy that can beat you off the dribble, shoot shots off the dribble consistently, or even beat guys off the dribble to get to the paint. But he can if you switch. He can if you make somebody help backpedal his defender. He can blow right past him. He's quick. He's very good at having a feel for when to attack and when not to attack, and when to move the ball and when not to have the ball, and how to get rid of the ball at the right time. So I feel like he really is a surge that they really needed. They needed another scorer. They needed another ball handler that can keep the offense flowing and going and not get stuck, especially late in the shot clock, and then they hoisting up shots. And for the Knicks, I like the fit that these guys have. They playing exactly the way that we thought that they would. We just thought that they'd be better defensively on the perimeter. Hasn't at all been the case, and they actually been finding ways to score a lot of points in games that they've been in. They just haven't been able to stop anybody. And once you have a guy like Brunson, who's already a mismatch for most teams because he's the shortest guy on the court and he's not as fast, even in the lateral quickness way, that's something that teams take advantage of. And Towns is not the greatest rim protector, but you also want to keep him out of foul trouble so you concede some buckets sometimes because of that. But he also tries to play the get back game. Now you've got two. I can score three, or I can just take over the game throughout the game. And he showed that Towns might be their best player on his roster. If not, he should be in that conversation. I'm not a guy to say you got to do this. It's my team, your team, but Towns has really been dominant, in a lot of these games. And I would say they should just keep running their offense the same way, and they just missing another piece. I don't think it was a DiVincenzo, because you need somebody that's going to be consistent, and you need somebody that you can rely on each and every game. And I'm not saying DiVincenzo isn't that guy, but he's not a great defender. He's okay, he's respectable, and he can score, but sometimes he can be hit or miss too. And that's something that we really haven't seen too much out of Mikal and OG. They've been what they supposed to be offensively. They just don't have another level that they can get to. So it requires Towns and Brunson to do more for that reason, because these guys are not really knocking down shots or creating shots at all. And Josh Hart, you can put him in that same conversation. He's long, he's lanky, he can cover a lot of space, he can do a lot of things, but he also doesn't really help you offensively sometimes, because he can't really create a quality shot that you can rely on or depend on. And I think that that makes their offense just stuck. And that's how it's going to be. Is either they're going to create opportunities defensively, like we seen the Hawks did tonight, or they just going to have to grind and half court each and every time and rely on somebody to build them out, and it's usually Towns or Brunson. But we knew that those were their two best players, and we knew that their offense was going to be evolved around them the most. It just isn't as dynamic and isn't as tough to guard as people thought. Even though both of these guys play well, even these both of these guys should be all stars, it should look better on the defensive end, and they should be playing better on the defensive end. When you look at those three wings, they big, long, and strong, and it was the right idea on paper, and it was the right idea mentally, especially because that's where the NBA is going, because it's a copycat league anyway. But theirs are just not as good as other teams, and that's the unfortunate part about it, because the difference in defense wasn't what they thought it would be, and it hasn't been. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell for more analysis. And if you're new to the channel, or you finally found this channel for the first time, most people love these type of conversations and these type of videos. So if you're an NBA fan, this may be the channel for you. On top of that, I do breakdowns of current legends, old legends, rookies, and other content in variety of NBA. So if you love basketball, you can't get enough of it, especially NBA basketball, this may be the channel for you. If not, I definitely guarantee it. But if you've already been a fan of the channel, just remember, check the channel frequently, because it might be videos you wanted to see, you thought that I did, or I maybe had did, or you wanted to see something that you were too busy to watch. just go back and check throughout the day whenever you have free time. And I promise you, I probably already spoke on it or covered it because y'all love watching, y'all love keeping tuned into the channel, and I love making videos, and that's what make this channel work. That's the 50-50. That's why that hand is watching each other. I always believe that one hand should watch each other. My fans really have taken good care of me, and I'm good taking good care of them by giving them the content that they want. That's why this channel has been so big and been so popular, and people love it so much. And you see the word analysis everywhere in the world right now, or you see people talking about this channel for that reason, because the content and the quality and the quantity has been consistent from day one. And now I'm able to give you even more because of what you have done for me as fans. And I appreciate it, and I want to see it continues to go. I wanted to see it continue to improve, and I want it to continue to be a blessing like it has been for me and y'all. Other than that, see you guys later with more analysis, hopefully tonight. And if not, I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow.